Okay, YouTube, this will be my first video. I'm just going to kind of throw it together, so forgive me if it's all screwed up. I do this dry fire training to keep my mind right on how far a threat really is from me. And so what I mean by that is when you stand in front of a mirror and you're looking at your reflection, my tiles are 12 by 12 inch tiles, so I'm standing about 2 feet away from the glass. The catch is the image is about 4 feet away. So 4 feet away from me, any opponent is dangerous any distance. But the point is that a close engagement is something, statistically speaking, okay, this is what the engagement is, okay? And so, well, 1, 2, 3, about half, yeah, about 7 feet is what they say. So basically, this is a good distance. That's how far my opponent is away from me. That's great, okay? If that's it, I can unholster, I can draw. There's plenty of distance between my barrel, okay, and the glass. Probably a good 1.5 to 2 feet, okay? Which means he's about 3 feet away from grabbing my weapon, worst case scenario. We can't train for the scenario, so we just have to train how we're going to respond to the scenario. And what that comes down to is unholstering your weapon effectively. So what we'll do is you stand about 2 feet away from the mirror, okay? Unholster your weapon and draw on it. Now what you'll realize is how close you are. And what that will do is it should tell you that's too close for me. So what you'll do is you'll start practicing different ways to draw, whether it's side draw or backing up and drawing. And this is a good way to train because it will make sure you always see your opponent the right way. You always know that your opponent, even though they're 4 feet away, they're still too close for you to unholster like you would normally do it. And so what it'll do is it'll teach you to practice drawing. Another quick benefit of it is, another reason I enjoy doing it, is because when I do unholster, I can see the barrel of my weapon in the image. Okay, the reason that's important is because your natural point of aim when you unholster might be something that at 4 feet, it could be a miss. We've always seen it on the videos. People are this close and they're missing each other. Okay, so when you unholster and you're looking, the thing about it is I know that at this distance, that's a good shot. Okay, so that's what I'll train for. A lot of times you'll see people cant their weapons because they're trying to keep the upper receiver away from their clothing. The problem with that is because of the natural movement of your wrist and your arm, your wrist is going to want to cant down a little bit. And so when you rotate, your gun's going to actually rotate and now it's going to be shooting off. And it's an important thing to look at because you'll see very quickly that in a haste, you could very easily do that. The easiest way I found to correct that is just draw straight up and keep your wrist straight up at the target. And then that way you can see the barrel and that's a good center mass shot. Another reason that this is interesting, if you try it, you'll see the 21-foot rule with the knife, how they can close quicker than a person can draw. The reason is because a lot of times in a panic, the people are drawing the way they've trained. So they come down, they pull up, and they go like this. And if they're not that well trained, then yeah, it does take a while to do. The great part about it is, with this training, if you figure that the person's going to be within 3 feet of you, okay, so it starts out like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So this is about 21 feet. I know you can't tell, but trust me, this is about 21 feet. So let's say the person starts charging at you. Okay, let's see they're this distance from you when they're going to hit you. Okay, you'll see, and I'm not telling you how to beat a knife wielder coming at you because it's a left-right moves and all that stuff. All I want you to see though is how big their target becomes. That's the important thing. Even though you become a bigger target, they've got a knife and you've got a weapon. When you unholster, you only have to do this and you're on target. They have now closed the distance, making themselves a larger target. Okay, so the 21-foot rule, we've beaten it with pellet guns. It can be beaten. It's just a matter of not panicking and going back to your training and doing that. Okay, because it is about like a 1.14, 1.20 shot is about what you can expect fast from this. Okay, but if you're just drawing like this, you can get to it a whole lot quicker, and then you can sidestep left, right, whatever, making your opponent change directions. Okay, so I just want to give you an idea of perspective, of distance, and that's why training in front of a mirror is a good thing. Hey, listen, thank you very much, and leave some comments.